Hello and welcome to Trains and Viatic and another Saturday video. So today we're going to be talking about the roadway of a system I'm going to be using. So I'm going to talk through what it is, and then I'll show you a video of me doing the first installation of it up at the end. So now for the titles. Today we're going to look at the roadway for the car system I'm using. It's a slightly different system to what Fella suggests. This is due to the control system I'm using. I'm using the VPEB system, which gives me control of the vehicles. But this has additional requirements to the Fella system. Next week I'm actually going to show you the control system and we can go into it in more detail. For the system, it's going to be slightly different. To control it, you have two wires. It's actually one long wire going all the way through the system. So you have the wire going all the way around the system. Then instead of the magnetic wire I showed you last time, this is going to use magnetic tape, which you just stick into the guide for it, and then the magnets just stick onto that. But let me look at my script. So that's that. For the components of a roadway system, I have got quite a complicated setup. So I've been in contact with James at DCC Automation, and as he's the seller of the system, and he also does the laser cut surface. So after a few conversations, we came up and said, okay, I want a road system. And he said, okay. And then after a few more conversation, I went and drew out the area for the roadway to go. Sent that to him on the post. This was 5, 6, 7, 8 sheets of A4, and sent it to him. Then a few photos later, and a bit of money later, I received a nice box which had all the roadway parts in it. Over here, I still got some which need to be installed. This here is the return loop, which is going to be going just there temporarily. So I received a nice box and all the bits I needed. So on these bits, you have got letter BB and then letter BB. And to make my life easy, it just connects like that. So this was the easier half. The harder half was down at the corner of the layout. This took several emails and then a paper template in the end, because that made everything easier. Everything could be worked out from there. And then James worked out exactly all the pieces I needed, and I received all the bits to assemble it. So everything was nicely labelled and all the numbers. So what I'm going to do now is show you a video recorded on my GoPro of me assembling, doing the first assemble of it. So since I've installed it, I've actually levelled all the boards off. I still need to lift them up to install the servos which change the directions, but I'll go more into that next week. And that just needs to be stuck down. I'm going to use double-sided tape on the back, so just stick it on the back. And you'll notice in places you've got little holes. This is for the wire to go through, as that wire needs to be a certain distance for the cars to pick up the signal. But I'll go into more in that next week. So that's the roadway over there. I've still got a lot to do on that. If you have access to a laser cutter, you can actually design for roadways yourself, because in the instructions it gives you all the specifications. And that's what I'm looking at doing along here and along there, whereabout everything's quite simple. But this was the first bit I picked up. This is a bus stop. So you have your servo in there. So if it's a bus, it come off and go down there and stop wherever you program it to. Or if it's a car, it just keep on going down there. There's all kinds of different pieces which are already designed. If you have a simple design, everything is just off the shelf and you'll get it a few days later. If you have a more complicated design, just contact James at DCC Automation, and he'll have a nice conversation with you and he'll be able to tell you what to do. But it's a very good service, very easy and really easy to assemble. So only reason I haven't got any further is I need to find time to actually drill holes for the servos, but I'm going to go into that in next week's video. So this project started to come on quite well. So I'll move your position and then you can actually see what the roadways look like at the moment. So you can see the roadway going in front of the shops over there. There's a very long way to go before I have this anywhere near finished, but this is a major part of a plan for the layout. I've always planned to have moving vehicles, and you can see that gives me a continuous circle, and it also gives the ability for vehicles to come up past the station and onwards. So I'm pleased with this setup, and it's a really nice system. I was trying to work out those curves and stuff myself, but it'll take ages. So that's what's going on there. So let's go back over there and then I can have a bit more of a chat to you. So thank you for watching. I have had a request for a layout update, or a layout running, which I'll get done towards the end of March. Coming up, I should hopefully have quite a few show videos. So we've got Basingstoke, followed by Ali Pally, then a weekend with nothing down in the south, then it's Portsmouth, then it's York, then it's Epsom, and then it starts to go quiet for a few weeks. So there's quite a few shows coming up. I might have missed some, but hopefully I got them all. I just need to send a few emails off to get permission to film, but I got quite a few bits coming up. Wednesday Quickies for the time being is going through products which I have bought and just haven't got around to reviewing or installing. A few weeks ago I showed you some buddleias, and I have actually installed one over there and it's looking pretty good. Let's see if I can turn the camera around and show it. So just turning the camera around, and you can see just down there I got the buddleia installed. This corner here I want to do some scenery to coming up shortly, as it's so close to actually being, I'll use that dangerous F word, finished, or finished enough, but I just need to spend a little bit of time on it. So I think I'm doing pretty well at the moment. So what do I have left to say? I actually got a script for a change. Yep, all the Roadway parts I have bought. I have not been sponsored by DCC Automation. I'm just a happy customer. If you're thinking of getting the Roadway installed, just give them a buzz or visit them at some of the shows you go to. I'm going to go into more details of the actual Roadway parts. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you on Wednesday for... what's this Wednesday? Oh, Wednesday we're going to be looking at my analog controller. So see you on Wednesday. Thank you very much, Richard.